Today, we join the ranks of Nero and Julius Caesar. Today, we go to Rome.
No. It's Rome, the verb. R-O-A-M.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vinto with Sarah Vinto Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, come on in. We're so grateful that you're here. Your chair's always open. And if you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, come on into the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world. And they'd love to meet you too and find out what you're shaving with today.
And for our mention, we actually wanted to invite you over to Instagram land tomorrow night for our In Conversation series. We have Paula and Will from Barrister and Mann joining us.
The artisan himself, y'all, and his mom, who helps out with so much of the business, including some of the crafting of the sets, we're told. So we hope you can make it, and if you're not there for the live, join the replay crew and let us know that you saw it, because we'd love to know what you think.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, we should ask them, put them in the comments, and maybe we'll get them in time.
Indeed. And what's our soap today?
Our soap today is Rome 2, and it's the verb Rome, as we figured out. But it does have a fun outdoorsy kind of in the plains vibe going on, maybe westerny.
I don't know about these set notes, but I do know it's kind of an outdoor cross-country road tripping kind of a thing, and I am here for it, because after that comes pencil pushers, and that just means school has started again. So y'all, let's go on a trip together and meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at barristerandmann.com.
Wind gusts across the plains, blowing prairie grasses in ripples and waves as the herd grazes peacefully. Your horse snorts and sweats beneath you while you shield your eyes against the sun, the clear blue of the sky unmarred by clouds or rain, vast and perfect against the seemingly endless landscape.
Even in the breeze, you can smell the aromas of tobacco and pepper on your clothes, the sweet scent of grass crushed by the cattle, the oils and tars used to treat the leather of your saddle and tack. It's been a long drive, but you wouldn't trade it for anything. Out here on the range, you're your own man. You're free. And that's all that matters.
I feel like we're playing Oregon Trail.
I don't know where the accent suddenly came from, but it just sort of came out. Yo, I'm thinking City Slickers.
Yeah,
I'm thinking this is Billy Crystal and Bruno Kirby. Daniel Stern going across, leading some cattle into Colorado. Yo, I'm excited about this. A Western set. Boy, Marilyn Monroe, Paganini's violin.
They can do anything.
The wit and breadth, the Barrister and Mann. I'm excited. Let's let this country out of the box. This is how they come from the Razor Company.
All right, let's see. Oh boy,
what do we got? What do we got? Yo! Our last TRC box was a sticker palooza, Jason. What do we got here? We got stickers! We got Westminster. Oh my God, we don't have enough cabinets. What is it? Holy Black, I love it. Hogs. We got a hog sticker.
Okay, we didn't even get to
knows we love stickers. Thanks, y'all. Let's see.
Oh, wow. And then this.
Oh, and there's a note, y'all, to Marcus and Sarah. You both are amazing. Thank you for your support. It means the world to us. From Jason, thank you, buddy. Hey.
And then.
What is this?
And then.
Excuse me.
I don't even know what this is.
Excuse me? What is this?
It's some kind of fancy aftershave.
Whoa, what's it say? Surprise. It says surprise, enjoy.
Oh, what is this?
Ooh.
Hey, shower gel.
And it's from Sapifinco.
Oh, yeah, this is their new international one.
Right. Oh, I love it.
Wow, shower gel, aftershave, another shower gel, and a different aftershave.
Hey, thanks, buddy. This is awesome. We will try these out for size. Maybe a mention coming in the future.
Okay, there we go.
Once they make shaving soap.
I know, right? Okay, we got, but we did, this will be coming back, as Marcus mentioned, back to school.
See this. Yeah, but Melinda's coming back to film that with us.
She is.
But yo, this one, R-O-A-M, a different kind of Rome.
It is, and 2. I'm so curious, does 2 mean it's number 2? Like, did they have a number 1?
I think there was. I think there was a Rome, and this is Rome 2.
Wow.
Like every good movie deserves a sequel.
That is a very cool label.
Oh, y'all give me a home where the buffalo roam. I'm ready for a first impression! Is there anything stickers can't do? I'm excited about this. Oh, and I love this, the seal on it, so you know yours is the only nose to have ever gotten on this. So, okay, I want you to take it in, because I think I have a sense from the sales page and the set knows exactly what this is going to smell like, because it was really descriptive.
It was.
I'm not entirely sure. So I want you to smell it first, and I'm going to ask you some questions about it. Here we go.
Oh, look, there's a little dude. I didn't even see him earlier.
There's like a bucking bronco.
Oh, there's another one.
Guy on there.
Okay.
Yo, and I love this is the classic kind of labeling like Seville is.
Oh, and they are very
was.
good at like taking you to a location from the few that we've done that was the intention behind it. So I'm very curious.
See if this has that Barrister and Mann mystique scent note that I love so much.
Will I be a cowgirl after a whiff here? Let's see.
I'm thinking.
Turn into a little Jessie action.
When she loved
Oh, there's the pretty pour.
Ooh, is it smooth? Is it smooth?
It is. Don't smell though. Oh, it's a lot prettier than I was expecting.
Yeah?
I don't know why I was thinking like, a long ride on the horse. She'd be a little
That's what I was thinking.
muskier, a little more manlier.
And the horse you rode in on.
Right?
That's what I was thinking.
But there is something wonderful in the breeze here that I was not expecting.
Whoa, yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking like horse and
I know.
saddle
I
and
was
maybe some
prepping.
cigarettes and like a man. No, different, a little bit different.
This cowboy has prepped himself to go home. The aromas have gotten onto him in a good way. He's
got a lady waiting for him. That's
he
what this
must,
is.
right?
Yo, what do you get?
All right, hold on. Yeah, that was way prettier than, yes, I get the, reading through this, but
Right.
it just has a lot lighter, cleaner, prettier, like, instead of the darker side of the tobacco and the leather and I was prepped.
Well,
Hold on.
the masculine scents can run the gambit. Of course they start dirtier and spicier and tobaccos and patchoulis, but they go all the way to the Creed Green Irish Tweeds, y'all. There is no rules for masculine
No,
scents.
and this is a different outdoors. This
Yeah?
is not like your straight up vetiver greens that I was expecting.
Hold on. Is this the dude or is this the countryside?
I'm getting the countryside.
Whoa!
I really am getting I can tell where this dude has been.
Right.
It's happening, but the field's okay, so this picture is green. I don't know why in my mind I'm thinking hot summer dried
Right.
earth.
Yeah.
No, this is very fresh. It's green. It has life there.
Like your springtime on your horse.
Yeah, it is definitely a happy. It's not all dried up yet. There is greens.
Right.
There may even be some kind of natural florals going on. There's something in the breeze. I don't want to say aquatic, but there's something like greens and blues that my mind's getting. And there's a really pretty tan color.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know if that's the tobacco-y freshness or the saddle vibes.
Right.
There's something in the center of this that we have not had before, and it's a very cool mix on a scent. I don't think it's a cantaloupe, but it's something melony.
Shut up, really?
I don't know.
Whoa!
It says sweet scent of something, so I could be a total liar.
Y'all, my favorite soaps, and they are few and far between, are the ones that are not a classic cologne homage, although I love spice, brings me back to shaving with my grandfather, but it's the ones that create a vibe. That we were talking to some of the artisans that are the hardest things to create because there is no single scent note that can jump out at you. It has to be a vibe. And I love my vibe soaps. The beach, the Shire. I love being whisked away to somewhere. And while we do have some Old West sort of barbershops, the barbershops are more about the guy. They're more about what the guy smells like
And it's
after
the
he
drier
leaves the shop.
earth in
Right?
those.
I want one that smells more like the Old West or traveling on a cattle drive across country. That's what I want.
I don't know if it's actually cantaloupe, but I get a dried melon, so there's a spice happening here too.
Right.
I have no idea how, but that's at least where my first whiff took me.
I hope this is what City Slickers would smell like. That's what I hope.
If I could close my eyes and jump into this place, I would like to go to there. So I am not sure how it's being created. But
I would like to go to there too. Let me have this.
I gotta say, it's not the Rome I was expecting.
Love it. Now, is that gorgeous Barrister and Mann mystique that I have named it? Is that present?
I don't get that as much. It's much different and on the brighter, cleaner.
Right.
Clean isn't the right word, but it doesn't have that more manly, muskier kind of a,
Right.
deeper scent.
Because I don't find it in Adagio. I do find it in Presto. I find it in Paganini's Violin. And it's beautiful. But there's one or two that it's not there. But with the others, it's just this beautiful scent sort of glue.
Yeah, I wonder if, because it does say that this is in their omnibus
the vegan base.
Right. I wonder if that has its own kind of a
I never
vibe.
thought the scent might be from the base. But no. It's a perfumer's scent.
I don't know what it is, but I'm not getting that first whiff off of here.
All right, y'all, here we go where the deer and the antelope play. I'm going in. Let's see.
I know. Now I want to know what the first one smelled like. Yes, that is the correct reaction because I was.
Are you kidding me with this?
I'm so glad we snuck this in today. We weren't sure if we had time.
Y'all, I am dusting off my favorites list. I have not brought it out for a while, but this This is a 3-point half-court single-arm shot for a home run. I know I'm mixing up my sports. I'm not a sports guy.
It doesn't matter. It works.
Yo. Whoa. I get the breeze. I get the rocks prominently. And this is what I love best. I get the grass and the clover that I'm standing on. And there are little wildflowers in that. I am standing on an American prairie. And then you zoom out. Y'all, so again, this is not a balance where it all hits you together at once. When you open your eyes to this scent, it's where you're standing. It's the grass and the clover and the wildflowers. It's that. And then as you keep going, there's another scent note that draws your attention and goes, hey, look over here. And you look up and you see the rocks and you see the desert sage and you see those beautiful things way off in the distance. I remember when I first got to Yosemite, we had camped just below El Capitan and we didn't see it because we came in at night. And so when we came out of this little cabin in the morning, my mom goes, look up. And you're literally like right next to this unbelievable Goliath of a rock face. And it just dwarfs you. But it makes you feel more a part of the planet.
Yes.
It kind of lets you know that you are on a giant rock hurling through space. And you're just this little speck. And somehow it feels good to know that you're that taken care of by Yosemite
you're
Valley.
almost enclosed in.
This has that sense of like, now back up and look at that bigger sense around you. Look at all the rocks. Look at the horizon. Look at the sky.
I almost got like a mid-afternoon. I don't know how. It wasn't dark at all, in my view.
Right. And what I love best is that 2 of these notes don't click in the way I was expecting. 2 of the notes bring out something just a little bracing and herby in the very center, so that this is the farthest thing from like a sweet lotiony kind of smell that you could possibly imagine. This is so real that 2 of those things that you smell are almost competing and not like clicking together. Right. It is. It's more of a, that only happens like when we go out on our walks and we're actually smelling real things, or we go camping and we're smelling real things. Whoa. It also tells me that this is not sort of a blend out of a bottle.
No,
because those sort of blends don't have that tug of war, don't have that head-to-head push of those 2 scent notes that don't click, but they do create the vibe. Y'all.
Definitely a vibe soap, if you hadn't heard.
Whoa. And what is that, like, that bracing herby but sort of sweet flowery thing
in the middle?
I
see, that's why I was like, it's like a dried cantaloupe. I know that's not a thing, but it was like, it's something like, it has texture to it.
Right.
You know, like if you had leathery fruit, there's something that's different. There's also like a spice that's happening. I know you were saying herb. Clearly, it's somewhere that I want to be. Like I want to sit in this place and be able to take whiffs of it to try and figure it out, because it's a real scent. It's not something that's manufactured, if that makes sense.
And I do get that Barrister and Mann mystique, but it's in the dead center. It's where those 2 things are coming together in order to click, but at the last minute they go whomp, and they sort of change on each other. So there's movement in this scent, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm not going another step until I know what these scent notes are. All right, y'all. So from the soap package itself, from Barrister and Mann.
Okay, label says we have tobacco.
Right.
Grass.
Yep, and
definitely.
Y'all, hold on. Now, in your mind, I think when I was talking about those 2 scent notes that like almost clicked, but at the last minute went, imagine a tobacco with like a grass, right? Wait, hold on. How are those really going to come together? Because their characters are so different. That's part of this tug of war, I think.
And it adds to the place. Like, it makes it more real somehow. Okay, and then herbs. Right. We get to pick those,
Bigger
I
now.
guess. Ginger.
Love it.
I definitely got that deeper kind of spice in there.
Yeah,
for sure.
and ginger is spicy, y'all. Ginger has like a heat to it. If you ever get like raw ginger, if you ever
That's
cooking,
what I think I smelled.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, clear your sinuses right
All
up.
right, not candied ginger. That's different.
No.
Currant.
Little tiny raisins. Y'all, there's a couple of recipes. I have a recipe for a caramel pecan pull-aparts, and they use little currants, and they give just a subtle sweetness with sort of a raisiny sort of earthiness to them. Beautiful. And then
pink pepper.
That must be what makes it feminine.
Soil. Makes sense.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, and then juniper. There's our floral that we smelled.
And the soil in this, hold on a second. It's not your normal. No. Okay, hold on. The soil is way under the surface, and it's more of that earthiness from the Shire than it is like a dirt or a soil scent from like La Terra Preta. That's what we've got going on here, and it's beautiful the way that holds things together.
Yeah, and I almost get that rocky, drier side too, you know?
Love it. All right, the grass, the clover, and the currants are going to come out in the lather. I am almost sure. If I know what I think Will is doing here, and y'all, if you are new to the hobby, I hate ruining this pour.
I know, it's
If
funny.
you are new to the hobby, this is very often your concentrate. You can't really tell what Kool-Aid tastes like by tasting the powder. It's a little bit too much. So what you got to do is add a little bit of air, a little bit of water, and that scent is just going to come to life as the artisan intended. So this is our bougie sprayer from Sean and Julie Smaltridge. Thanks, you guys. And this is our Barrister and Mann Sunshine Day Bowl.
My
that we
very
got at the
first bowl.
beginning. You want to do the honors there with
And
your
then
Yaki
my
brush?
Yaki 24. Back to our OG setup that I had.
here we go.
All right, let's see this magic
Sarah's
in
our
real
resident lathering
life.
champion, y'all. She recently was defeated by Stax on a live on Instagram, but it was just by a hair.
Oh, things are definitely happening. My
Love this.
goodness.
What
Woo-wee.
it do indeed.
What was our very first Barrister and Mann now?
Getting like evergreen over here. I
Right?
think it was Adagio.
Yeah, I think so, 'cause I remember
that
being
there was
bright.
the Bay Rum competition. If you go back and
Yes.
check out the Adagio episode for the first impression. That was
Very
very
beginning,
interesting.
yes.
Love it.
Oh,
I am
it's
getting
wicked.
trees.
Ooh, it is getting more and more
Y'all,
potent.
I'm getting evergreen and stuff and pine and stuff scents over here. That has to be what's going on in those spices. Well, and I love it because if I was this far from the grass, I would probably be up in the tree.
Can you
Makes
give me a
perfect
little
sense
more
to me.
bougie hint while we're at it? Things are happening.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. I was going to save this little TED Talk for a little bit later in our episodes, but hold on a second. After a year, and I think it takes about that long, you start getting used to your bases, what they do, how they do it, and when you've covered as many as we do, that can be a little tricky. But y'all, stuff is starting to jump out at me as I get more experienced and I start honing in on the lather and blade combinations that I love the best. And I just got to tell you, the lather and the base from Barrister and Mann are something special. They are on the top tier list for me. So nothing against anybody else. All the bases we've done on this show are amazing, but y'all, there is something special and protective and fun about the Barrister and Mann lather on your face. I don't get red dots. I don't get irritation. It's just a magical formula.
Speaking of leather here, look at this lovely.
Y'all, look at the
leather.
brush. Dolly Madison hairdo on that thing. It is fabulous.
It is ready to be used.
And you know, we do realize that when we watch our shaving videos, it is of great benefit when we see the lather go on our face. We can kind of see how it covers. Would you like to do the
I would
honors?
love to.
There we go,
All right,
y'all.
let's see. Oh, that is a dense lather.
Y'all, Casper the Friendly Ghost in a makeup session. Look
Wow,
at
he's
that. Are you
down.
kidding me? Mm-hmm. And
It feels great.
y'all, I am getting those trees and those grasses, and then this other whole wave of stuff moves in to take over.
Yeah, we really don't have anything like this in our den. It's so crazy after this many soaps that I can still say that, but
I know.
it's true. We do
And
not have anything like this in our den.
The progression and the movement through this soap is insane. I always start in the same place, and then it takes me on this journey. Like what I'm bringing in on the third and fourth second of my whiff is not the same scent that I'm getting in the first second of my whiff.
Yeah.
And then from over here, I'm getting evergreen and pine and these beautiful, like outdoor herby tree scents.
And I really thought, but just from the label alone, Room 2, that this was going to be much more masculine.
Oh,
and there's
100%.
almost a whole other feminine side to this with the gingers and the florals and the stuff happening in here. Like, it's a total like 50-50. Anyone can wear this and go to this lovely vibe of a
This
place.
is City Slickers, because there was a girl that was that went out with
yeah.
them, like on the trail, right? And they were all like kind of protective of her, and it's a great character. Y'all, this is City Slickers. This is all those, because the guys weren't cowboys. The only cowboy was Jack Palance. All the guys were like, beautiful cologne went proudly Creed. They all had nice businessman jobs in New York City, right? Well, Phil didn't, but that's a whole different thing. He got in trouble with Lisa Simpson. But just the florals in here and the parts of it that could be feminine are riotously good, y'all. And they are hiding just slightly off into the wings to let the more masculine parts be the center. But it is not long before they start coming out and just bringing this all together in this beautiful, swirling, sort of unisex personality.
All right, you will only see this on the Barbershop Duet. This is our Give Me a Home with.
Oh, yeah, okay, on three. 1, 2. Oh.
Right?
Oh.
That did have a little swap-de-doo going
Y'all,
on.
you know what else I love? There is just something hiding in this with just a little bit of a shadow of something just slightly bitter, something just slightly sour. So that when you're out there on the trail, you are getting a sense of this real place. Y'all, this is not just a caricature where all of the lines have been smoothed out. You are standing in the middle of the American West Prairie. Y'all,
Yep.
you probably got 400 or 500 heads of cattle behind you.
It's funny, now smelling this again, I almost do get the currants in here.
I know.
That's funny. Not as much here, but the end of this whiff, I totally did.
Well, doing the feminine parts of this with fruits and florals is absolutely inspired.
And all this stuff is from outdoors. It's all real stuff that you'd grab out in the range.
And if we're going to get these bovine across the river, we're going to have to go a little deeper. You know, would I be wrong to say there is something gloriously soapy under all this too? It's almost like whatever the cowboy used to shower with that morning is kind of in here too. Do you sense that? My nose is like the charm alert is going off. That alert only goes off for Mr. Bubble. There's certain things that my charm alert goes off for, and it's going off for this. There's something in the base of this.
Yeah, if I smell for it, I think it's something with the herbs actually, how the herbs are interacting with the tobacco or something.
But it is just something and it's subtle, but it's something just childishly sweet and alluring and beguiling at the bottom of this, and I'm loving that. What is that?
This one totally hits one of my intriguing type of lists.
Right.
There's something in here that every time you take a whiff, it's gonna have a new twist, like you were saying, it kind of just flips.
Right.
There's something as you go for your whiff and you think you know where you are, then it flips, and then you're like, oh, but then there's this part too. Right. And there's just a lot happening in a good way.
It's sort of like a house on the prairie, but it's also like a lake house as well.
Not
in
Little
the
House
wilderness,
on the prairie.
Not Little House on the prairie. That's way too sad. This is a happy soap. This is a happy sense. When you get this, you are ready to face the day no matter how much cow crap you're going to have to traipse through.
But it does seem like you're homeward bound. Does that make sense? It's almost the conclusion of your roaming.
Yeah, that's why she's here. This is not leaving for the cattle drive. This is getting the cattle back home again. That's
You've
what the
done your
City
job.
Slickers had to do.
You're on your way home. Whatever you had to do, you did.
Right.
And now you just can enjoy the ride and know you're homeward bound. And that smell is just coming with you.
And you know what I love is that the beautiful florals and the clover and everything else that you get that is that fantastic, clean, soapy feeling. At the very end of it, there is that little whisper from the prairie that just reminds you, hey, you can go ahead and shower. You can take the man out of the prairie, but you're not going to take the prairie out of the man. There's just that little sense of keeping that on your shoulder. And I think if I were to sense this in the wild, that's kind of the sense I would get, would be have you been outside?
Right.
Wait, what is that?
Right. And it's
a beautiful way.
There's no peaches in here, but take a whiff and smell of if there is a almost peach vibe at the end.
Right.
There's no peaches on the list.
Oh.
But the texture that's in there, if you had to create a peach without a peach.
Well, if you didn't put peach in this, I'll eat my hat. But I think that's what it is. And I think it's maybe built from two different directions.
Not intentional,
but maybe it is. Because Will does magic. If you smell Maryland, that's insane. So I think it's this. I think they might be coming together from two different directions to make that peach. But here's the other great news for y'all. When I smell certain soaps, especially if they're a vibe and a really beautiful balance, there is still something in the middle that kind of jumps out just a bit more than the others. In one of the beach scents we have, there's a banana note that you're got it. And then you can kind of use that banana to drill down into the pineapple and everything else. Cool. But with this, you can sense every single scent note, and they are in such a perfect balance that there's not a single one that jumps out and is like the leader. This is a choir, and a choir that is singing to you in the most perfect balance. And the fun thing about that, if you want to zoom in your ear and listen to the sopranos, you can. If you want to zoom in, listen to see what the basses are doing, go for it. Or you can just step back and take this all in.
I'm so glad when we were looking at the website that the splash is still available and the EDP, because this is one of those ones, if it wears off, I think you'd feel kind of sad. You want it to stay with you through your day. No, There's something wonderful happening.
Right. The natural balance of this too. I love soaps that actually give me the sense of being outside. Because sometimes I have 4 hours of editing to do today, but it's going to be nice to have some clover on my shoulder and a little bit of an afternoon breeze through the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, this is one of those tubs we're going to want next to us while we're watching a movie or a TV show. You're going to want to re-whiff this bad boy.
I have not watched City Slickers in a long time, and that movie just about raised me when it came to dad stuff. So y'all, I'm going to sit and smell that and watch City Slickers. Maybe even, I can't even think of a second soap that's going to be a flanker for City Slickers along with this. This might be the only one we have to drag out.
I'm with you. It has a wonderful vibe. I'm so glad we snuck this in earlier. We didn't know if we'd have time today, and I think this is the scent we needed for the rest of the day.
So vastly different from what I was expecting. I think I was kind of expecting a little bit like a Barbasol and then some dry Western things kind of thrown in. Y'all, complete total opposite of that, and I am in love with this thing. So it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to be is out on the trail with Curly. He's going to be the trail boss, and he's going to have a special glint in his eye and some wisdom in his heart. Well, you're going to sit up all night. You're going to get some really good advice about the most important thing in life. The most important thing in life is one thing. Just one thing. And if you can figure that out, you got your own! So head over to barristerandmann.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Rome 2, and let's have a grown-up conversation. There is one note right off the tub that's a little pungent and a little to my nose in that balance. And you know what? Thank God it is, because it had to be. Once that balances out in the lather, it becomes something different. The chemistry of the water and the air turn it into the most beautiful prairie countryside you could imagine. And without it being pungent off the tub, it couldn't have done that on your face. On your face. And y'all, I know I waxed a little poetic about this lather during the episode, but I meant it. There are 4 or 5 that have risen above the rest over the last year. And Barrister and Mann, this is one of those 5. It is a spectacular base. Always. Thank you for this. Welcome to Messages.
So we have had a lot of fun with the summer exclusives that were dropped at the Shave Supply, and we wanted to make sure you had a chance too. So we are giving away a $20 gift card for you!
Yeah, y'all, our closest distributor here in Southern California. So all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is to send your name and mention the giveaway here to our address at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It is the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And check back here on the show on September 4th when we ask our Alexa to choose our lucky winner.
Best of luck!
Just when you think you've got a stranglehold on what you think the artisan can do. Like grown-up conversations,
Seriously.
I had a really strong idea in my head about what this was going to smell like.
You even said that before
I know. I thought for the first time in the history of this show,
Got it.
I know what I'm about to smell. I saw the set notes. I think I know. Y'all,
You
I
don't
could not be... Yes, I know. You don't have to help here. I'm saying it. I could not be more wrong. And that's why I am excited about doing this show for another year.
Right?
Because if this can still knock my socks off that far, this is why we do it. These soaps are why we do it.
I'm so glad it was not anything we expected. I love being floored, but this had a whole new side to this than I was even trying to expect. Like, not at all.
350 soaps. You'd think we'd be able to tell you another one that's something like this. But y'all, nothing.
You did
Absolutely
it again.
nothing is like this girl, and I love her. She's going to have a place of honor in our town.
We are going to have to rock, paper, scissors on who's going to shave with this because this has left a
I
mark.
just say whoever can get to the bathroom first is going to win today because I have to shave before I shoot the How It Shaved section. So I think I get this lather, y'all. It's a happy day. Thank you for being here, y'all. We are so grateful that you choose to spend this time with us here in our little
And check
barbershop.
out our lives tomorrow if you want to join us with Will and Paula and get to ask them about some of their more fun soaps. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.